Hey, okay, so this is really different for me. I don't usually create content in this way, but I guess I wanted to try something different today, and this isn't really even so much about insight as it is just an observation. I have had this channel for almost a year. Before that, I was on TikTok for the better part of a year. And I made the decision to leave that platform in January just because, I don't know, it started to get really kind of uncertain about, is it going to sell? Is it not going to sell? And I just kind of didn't want to hang around for that. So I hadn't built up like a huge following or anything. And I came over here to YouTube, and I actually really like it over here just in terms of the content creation. And, there's a lot of things that I think are easier in some ways. But I know that my channel will probably never get a whole lot of user engagement simply because I don't create long form content for the most part. And I know that, YouTube has made no secret about the fact that that's the type of content that they want and that they're going to push in their algorithm. I don't know if it's because, as a learning practitioner for 2 decades plus, I'm so immersed in the mind of having anything learning, especially if it's more, kind of passive, watching somebody on a video, have it be in snackable bites, have it be as digestible as possible, maybe drop a point or a few key practices, nothing overwhelming, just enough to kind of start to get people thinking and making connections of how this could apply in their own situation or in their own lives. And I don't know, but to me, it's like to get on here and just start talking for 15, 20, 30 minutes, 45, longer. It would feel like a keynote to me. It would feel like, like I was giving a lecture. And I mean, that's cool. And I so respect the creators on here who can just kind of take those deep dives and, keep talking for like, an hour or longer, or even 30 minutes would be a challenge for me. But I guess I see this as more universal and kind of more accessible. And I'm speaking to whoever it resonates with. If you're a first generation professional, if you're just someone who is a believer in the principles of human-centered leadership and how they really move the metric in every meaningful measure for an organization. These are my 2 passions. And I often look at the latter through the lens of the former to, make it applicable to people who've had that experience. So I guess all that to say, if you do come across my content and you're finding it helpful or useful, just know that I appreciate you. I appreciate all 20 of my subscribers. Thank you. And I do have a podcast that I'll be sharing soon. It's not my own. It's Miguel Olivera's Leadership Trail Mix. He is also here on YouTube, and we've been having this fabulous conversation about first generation professionals and Alexander Hamilton, the musical, celebrating its 10th anniversary this year. See, my bona fides. I'm a Broadway geek. Anyway, it's beautiful here in New York City on this Sunday. I hope it's great where you are too. And thanks for listening.